أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولما بلغ أشده واستوى آتيناه حكما وعلما وكذلك نجزي المحسنين ودخل المدينة على حين غفلة من أهلها فوجد فيها رجلين يقتتلان هذا من شيعته وهذا من عدوه فاستغاثه الذي من شيعته على الذي من عدوه فوكزه موسى فقضى عليه قال هذا من عمل الشيطان إنه عدو مضل مبين. तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमने शुरू कर लिया था सूरतुल क़सस and we read how कि मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम की जो वालिदा थी अल्लाह ताला had put in her heart, उनके दिल के अंदर ये बात डाली थी कि put Musa अलैहिस्सलाम as a baby into the river Nile, and Allah Ta'ala gave her two promises, दो वादे. Number one was that inna radduhu ilayki, we will bring Musa back to you. दूसरा कि we will make him from the prophets, हम उनको नबी बनाएंगे. So the first promise के बारे में हमने पढ़ लिया था कि the whole how Allah Ta'ala made it so happen कि मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम छोटे बच्चे थे, दूध पीते बच्चे थे, and Allah Ta'ala made it such that he was not accepting the milk of any of the witnesses that were brought in the palace of Pharaoh. And then Musa Musa's sister said कि भाई no family, and she was referring to her own mother, कि भाई वो दूध पिलाएंगे. तो इस तरीके से Musa came back into the same house of his mother, and in that sense her heart was content कि भाई I can see my own child. और कम से कम 2 साल तक तो उनके साथ रहे होंगे for the duration of the जो दूध पीने के जो वक्त है इसके लिए. और अब उसमें ज़्यादा तफसील तो नहीं है, but लेकिन it's possible, it's quite likely, उलमा ने ये लिखा है कि he would continuously regularly meet his mother even though he was brought up in the house of Fir'aun. तो उसका भी एक अलग फ़ायदा था, and the benefit of that was that by being brought up in this house of Fir'aun, the fear and ये जो होता है rob कहते हैं, awe of these the elite class, that went away out of Musa alayhi salam's heart. कि I know you, I was grew up with you. तो उनके साथ ऐसा वो जो खौफ होता है of the elite class जो लोग, and that was necessary because in the future he was going to become a prophet and he needed to talk to Pharaoh and he needed to go to these people and give them da'wah. So उसका भी एक फ़ायदा था, and there's a hikmah behind that as well. लेकिन as well as that, it's quite likely कि Musa alayhi salam would continuously come back to his mother, तो जिससे उनके माँ को भी, and he would learn from his mother as well. इससे ये भी पता चला था, उस दिन हमने पढ़ा था last week, कि Musa alayhi salam's mother must have been a very pious woman, and that is why Allah Ta'ala had, उनको वो इल्हाम हुआ था. इल्हाम तो normal इंसान को नहीं होता. इल्हाम, when Allah Ta'ala puts something in the heart, and to that extent कि the person knows कि this is definitely from Allah Ta'ala, and it's not just a shaitani khiyal. So this happens to pious people. So she was obviously a very pious lady, and then she would obviously be teaching Musa alayhi salam and doing his tarbiyat properly. So this was happening during that time. Ab now Allah Ta'ala skips many years forward, and now Musa alayhi salam is a young, strong man now. तो उसका फिर यहाँ पर जिक्र है, and this is you could say the beginning of how the tamheed of how eventually Musa alayhi salam became a prophet. तो उसको यहाँ पर जिक्र किया. अब this is the method of the Quran. I said as well at the first week, although there are many stories in the Quran of different prophets and different people of the past, लेकिन the Quran is not a story book. तो story book में तो क्या होता है कि every single detail is usually mentioned. It doesn't just skip years or over. लेकिन in Musa alayhi salam's story and all the other stories as well, even Yusuf alayhi salam's story, Yusuf alayhi salam का जो किस्सा है, is the only story which from beginning to end is mentioned in one go. लेकिन उसमें भी there's many sections of Yusuf alayhi salam's life which Allah Ta'ala completely skips out. Why? Because Allah Ta'ala is not writing a biography of Yusuf alayhi salam. Allah Ta'ala is just telling us his life story, उनके जो ज़िंदगी का जो किस्सा है, so that we can take lessons from them. तो जहाँ कहीं लेसन है और सबक है तो अल्लाह ताला ने बतला दिया, और जहाँ नहीं है तो अल्लाह ताला ने छोड़ दिया. So यहाँ पर भी मूसा अलैहि सलाम he says here कि वलम्मा बलग़ अशुद्दहु वस्तवा आतैनाहु हुक्मन व इल्मा, कि when Musa अलैहि सलाम reached his strength, his maximum strength, wastawa, and he became perfect, we gave him wisdom and knowledge. وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ, and in this way we reward those who do good. अब यहाँ पर जो लफ्ज़ है अशुद्ध, उसको उलमा ने लिखा है कि इस a person reaches his peak, जिसको peak कहते हैं, This would change from what exactly is this age. So this would change from nation to nation, from zamana to zamana. This was a different zamana. So Allah knows best what exactly this age was. But nowadays ulama say it's usually between the age of 33 and 40. Okay, this is when a person reaches his peak. Ab 40 ke baad, then a person starts becoming weaker and he starts losing strength. But this would change from person to person. So Allah, once Musa alayhi salam had reached this peak of his strength, wastawa, and he became perfect in terms of his physical strength as well, and also his intellect as well. He was because obviously when someone's young, then his intellect is not that fully formed yet. As he starts growing old and he starts reaching a certain age, then that becomes form, it develops as well. So once he reached that, Allah Ta'ala says, آتَيْنَاهُ حُكْمَ وَعِلْمًا, we gave him wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge का मतलब यहाँ पर है कि he was able to differentiate between right and wrong. अब अगर से अभी तक नुबुवत तो नहीं मिली थी, नुबुवत he was going to receive later on, but he had Allah Ta'ala had given him this knowledge and this wisdom, so he could differentiate between, okay, this person is doing wrong and this person is doing right, which is important because of what happens, the incident which happens afterwards. وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ, and in this way Allah Ta'ala rewards those who do good. So if someone who does good, Allah Ta'ala gives that person wisdom. Wa hadith mein ek baat hai, there's a hadith that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, مَنْ عَمِلَ بِمَا عَلِمَ وَرَّثَهُ اللَّهُ عِلْمَ مَا لَمْ يَعْلَمْ. Okay, whoever acts upon his ilm, whatever ilm he has, little or lot, if he acts upon his amal on that, Allah Ta'ala will give him knowledge of those things which he didn't know from his own side. And Allah Ta'ala will give him wisdom. Urdu mein bhi kehte hai firasat. A person has foresight, he's able to see things which, and Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu was very famous here. So this is because these people are muhsinin, the people who do good. So jitna zyada koi, jaise we see people, jo bari Allah wale hote, sometimes these people are not even ulama, they've not even studied, lekin uske bawajood they have a very strong foresight. तो उसकी वजह ये कि they stay away from sins, गुनाहों से बचते हैं, अच्छे अमल करते रहते हैं, तो अल्लाह ताला की तरफ से ये उनके दिल के अंदर ये बात डाल लेते हैं. Then the incident starts. He says, وَدَخَلَ الْمَدِينَةَ عَلَى حِينِ غَفْلَةٍ مِّنْ أَهْلِهَا. He entered the city at a time when the people were unaware. فَوَجَدَ فِيهَا رَجُلَيْنِ يَقْتَتِلَانِ. He found in the city two men who were fighting. هَذَا مِنْ شِيعَتِهِ وَهَذَا مِنْ عَدُوِهِ. So two people, هَذَا مِنْ شِيعَتِهِ. This one of them was from his own group, yani from Musa alayhi salam's group, yani jo Bani Israel ka tha. One was एक उनमें से जो एक था लड़ रहा था वो बनी इसराइल का था. وَهَذَا مِنْ عَدُوِّ, and the other was from his enemy, yani Pharaoh's people. तो अगर से like I said, Musa alayhi salam grew up in Pharaoh's family, लेकिन he understood, he used to go to his mother, तो उनको तो पता था कि मैं बनी इसराइल से हूँ और ये लोग फ़िरौन के हैं और फ़िरौन ये लोग हमारे ऊपर जुल्म करते हैं. And he had ये hikmat and ilm as well, so he clearly saw that the people of Pharaoh were doing, and he wasn't blind to this. बाज़ लोग ऐसे हो जाते कि they grow up in this, with the elite class, and they become blind to the zulm that the elite is doing to the other people. Lekin Allah Ta'ala had given Musa alayhi salam this knowledge and this wisdom, so he was not blind to this. So he considered the people of Pharaoh as his enemy, even though he grew up in his own household. Lekin he considered them to be his enemy because of their dhulm. So what happened? So these two were fighting. فَاسْتَغَاثَهُ الَّذِي مِنْ شِيعَتِهِ عَلَى الَّذِي مِنْ عَدُوِهِ. The one who was from his group, yani Musa alayhi salam's group, he asked Musa for help against the one who was from the enemy. जो मूसा की जमात का था, यानी बनी इसराइल का, उसने मदद चाही मूसा अलैहि सलाम से उस शख्स पर जो उनके दुश्मन में से था, यानी वो फिरौनी जो था. So it seems like they were both fighting and arguing over something. They started probably actually punching each other, fighting. And जो फिरौनी था, he was overpowering and he was going excessive. He was doing zulm on the बनी जो इसराइली था वो. तो then Musa अलैहि सलाम, again, because Allah Ta'ala had given him this wisdom and he decided to use this to stop the wrong, he went forward and to stop the fight, what did he do? فَوَكَزَهُ Musa. Musa alayhi salam punched him. He punched वो जो इसराइली था. فَقَضَى عَلَيْهِ, and he finished him off. And with one punch, that person died. अब ये तो Musa alayhi salam, he had extra, Allah Ta'ala की तरफ से he had extra strength. But this was not what Musa alayhi salam intended. उनका तो मकसद ये था कि भाई वो लड़ना बंद कर दे और ये जो जुल्म कर रहा है वो जुल्म करना बंद कर दे, which is obviously what the prophets do. They all pious people of this, कि भाई one person is doing zulm on the other, oppressing, he stops the zalim. So that was his own maqsad, that was his only maqsad. And not just that, because he was doing zulm and he was a Fir'auni and all that he was focused only on him. So when he realized that I've killed him and this is not what I intended, he said, قَالَ هَذَا مِنْ عَمَلِ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ عَدُوٌ مُضِلٌّ مُبِينٌ. This is from the work of shaitan. Surely he is an enemy, he is a clear misguiding enemy. He is an enemy who is clear and he is misguiding. अब यहाँ पर this is one important, ये जो हमारा एक अकीदा होता है कि भाई the prophets they are मासूम, they never commit any sin. They never committed sins before they became prophet as well and after receiving prophet. नबूवत से पहले भी वो कभी गुनाह नहीं करते थे और नबी बनने के बाद भी वो कभी गुनाह नहीं करते. अल्लाह ताला has protected them. तो फिर उसका क्या, इसका क्या मतलब? So over here मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम didn't commit a sin. ये जो मुक्का उन्होंने मारा था उनसे गलती से वो कत्ल हो गया था. असल जो मुक्का मारना था वो तो उनके लिए जायज़ था, बल्कि उनके लिए उस पर सवाब भी मिला होगा, बिकॉज ही वॉज स्टॉपिंग जुल्म. और कभी जुल्म रोकने के लिए कभी मुक्का भी मारना पड़ता है, कभी इससे ज़्यादा भी करना पड़ता है. बट ही रियलाइज के आई आउट ऑफ माई अंगर आई मे बी स्टेप वेंट वन स्टेप टू फॉर एंड आई किल्ड हिम बाई मिस्टेक, जिसको अरबी में कहते हैं कत्ल खता. और जो गलती से किसी को कत्ल हो जाता है तो उस पर गुनाह नहीं होता. एनी थिंग दैट यू डू बाई मिस्टेक उस पर गुनाह नहीं होता. सो दिस वॉज नॉट एक्चुअली अ सिन, बट he still felt, considering his status, I should have controlled myself better and I should have realized that even my one punch could have killed him, and that's why he felt disappointed in himself. समझ में आ गया? वो इसलिए नहीं था कि मैंने कोई गुनाह किया था, क्योंकि अंबिया जो है वो कभी गुनाह नहीं करते, ना नबूवत से पहले ना नबूवत के बाद. तो उनको ये लगा कि भाई मुझसे अपने आप पर ज़्यादा काबू रखना चाहिए था और फिर वो इतना ज़ोर से मुक्का नहीं मारना चाहिए था, बल्कि हल्के से मारना चाहिए था, जिससे काम भी हो जाता, वो ये जुल्म भी रोक जाता और वो कत्ल भी ना होता. एनीवे ही सेज क़ाल हाज़ा मिन अमल अश-शैतान, कि दिस इज़ फ्रॉम द एक्ट ऑफ शैतान. एंड द रीज़न व्हाई ही इज सेइंग दिस इज़ चूँकि उनको गुस्सा हुआ था. ही रियलाइज़ कि भाई ये तो फ़िरौनी जो है वो उस बनी इसराइल वाले के ऊपर यानी जुल्म कर रहा है, उनको गुस्सा हो गया. अब गुस्सा एंगर कम्स फ्रॉम शैतान. जो शैतान जो वो इंसान को गुस्सा कराता है. And when a person gets angry, then फिर शैतान आकर उसको वसवसा डालता है. So he realized कि भाई my extra anger which resulted in me killing this person was from शैतान. So that's why उन्होंने शैतान की तरफ से ये कह दिया, मंसूब कर दिया. I said इन्नहु अदुव्वुम मुदिल्लुम मुबीन, surely he is a clear misguiding enemy. तो शैतान तो ऐसा ही होता है. तो जी then he says, तो फ़ौरन ही उन्हें दुआ मांगना शुरू कर दिया. And he says क़ाल रब्बी इन्नी ज़लमतु नफ़्सी फ़ग़फ़िर ली फ़ग़फ़र लह. He says कि oh my Lord, surely I have wronged myself, मैंने अपने आप पर जुल्म किया. फ़ग़फ़िर ली, so forgive me. फ़ग़फ़र लह, तो अल्लाह ताला forgive him. इन्नहु हुवल ग़फ़ूरुर रहीम, surely Allah Ta'ala is the most forgiving, the most merciful. And then so उसको गुनाह की जो ये उनसे ये हो गई, गलती हो गई, उसके लिए माफ़ी भी मांग ली. And then قال ربي بما أنعمت علي فلن أكون ظهيرا للمجرمين. And for the future he says कि oh my Lord, because of the favor that you have done upon me, I will never be a helper for the mujrimeen, for the sinners or for the criminals. So he made he said two things. एक तो तौबा भी कर ली, और दूसरा कि भाई आइंदा के लिए उन्होंने ये पक्का इरादा कर लिया कि भाई I'm never going to do something like this, I'm never going to help the मुजरिमीन. अब यहाँ पर ये जो मुजरिमीन लिखा है तो उसका एक मतलब ट्रांसलेशन as I explained it was this. Another meaning which makes sense as also is मुजरिमीन का मतलब ये है कि those people who make other people do, those who make others commit sin, जो दूसरों को गुनाह कराने वाले हैं. तो सबसे बड़ा जो दूसरों को गुनाह कराने वाला वो तो शैतान है. So it's possible कि मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम was referring to shaitan, कि भाई I'm never going to be a helper of shaitan and do what he wants me to do. So that's what the meaning over here is as well. अब यहाँ is one important thing to note here, कि अगर हमसे अगर ऐसी कोई गलती हो जाए, or not even something serious like this, we cause damage by mistake to someone, immediately we scared कि भाई वो पुलिस क्या कहेगी, या वो शख्स क्या कहेगा. You're driving, you hit someone, what's he gonna do to me now? वो इंश्योरेंस का क्या मसला होगा. But Musa alayhi he wasn't worried about the dunyawi, जो अंजाम होने वाला था वो तो होने वाला था. His mind went to akhirat or to the deen, कि अल्लाह क्या कहेंगे. तो he immediately went there. वो तो he didn't think about फ़िरौन क्या कहेगा या फ़िरौन क्या करेगा, because immediately he could have thought that, and it's obvious, and जैसे कि he'll come in later कि फ़िरौन also was not happy about this. लेकिन ये obviously this is the situation of the prophets. अच्छा, और एक और बात, he asked for forgiveness. अब again like I said, उन्होंने उनसे गुनाह तो नहीं हुआ था, लेकिन इसके बावजूद he asked for forgiveness because people who are very high, have a high status by Allah Ta'ala, even things which are not normally committed sins, उनके ऊपर भी उस पर भी वो इस्तिगफार करते हैं. Like pious people even nowadays, they'll see कि भाई if they just start there doing things which is not even a sin, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम इट्स नॉट इवन अ गुड डीड, अच्छा काम भी नहीं है, नेकी भी नहीं है, बस वैसे अब टाइम पास कर रहे, उस पर भी वो इस्तिगफार करते कि भाई आई वेस्टेड माई टाइम, आई कुड हैव डन समथिंग बेटर. तो दिस इज द वे ऑफ द पायस. तो खैर वो कत्ल तो हो गया. सो नाउ ही रियलाइज कि भाई सूनर और लेटर पीपल आर गोइंग टू फाइंड. अब शुरू में अल्लाह ताला सेज कि व्हेन ही एंटर्ड द सिटी ही वाज अला हीन गफलत मिन अहलिहा, द पीपल वर अनअवेयर. तो उस पर वो एक छूट गया था कि सम उलमा से कि इट्स पॉसिबली एट द टाइम ऑफ कैलूला, जो दोपहर को जो सिएस्ता होता है, द पीपल गो टू स्लीप इन द आफ्टरनून. तो उस वक्त देयर वाज वेरी लेस पीपल अबाउट. जैसे कि आजकल यहाँ पर फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन द मिडल ऑफ द नाइट अगर कोई हो जाए, इट्स वेरी अनलाइकली कि एनीवन वुड फाइंड आउट. So that's why Allah Ta'ala said over there, this incident happened when there was very little people out and about in the city. So people weren't aware or didn't immediately find out कि यहाँ पर किसी ने कत्ल कर दिया. And eventually when they did find out, they didn't know who killed this person. So فأصبح في المدينة خائفا يترقب. The next morning he came into the city fearful and watchful कि भाई ये क्या हो रहा है. He's keeping an eye कि भाई who are people talking about, and what they're talking about, have they found out about me. तो क्या हुआ, فإذا الذي استنصره بالأمس يستصرخ. Suddenly the one who asked his help the day before, he is asking for help again. यानी वो जो बनी इसराइल का जो था, जो कल उसने मदद चाही थी, वो दोबारा उनसे पुकार रहा. यस्तस्रिख का मतलब यानी जोर से पुकारना, चिल्लाना कि भाई ये मूसा. And he was fighting with someone else the next day. तो मूसा ने said قال له موسى إنك لغوي مبين. तो मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम said to him कि surely you are in clear misguidance, कि तू खुला गुमराही के अंदर है. Now this does not mean to say कि that person was, उस पर जुल्म नहीं हो रहा था, उस पर भी जुल्म हो रहा था, लेकिन मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम realize कि भाई there's a common factor here कि भाई yesterday भी तू झगड़ रहा था किसी से और आज भी तू किसी से झगड़ रहा है, तो तेरे अंदर भी कुछ यानी बुराई है, दिस झगड़ने के जो this argumentative attitude, so you have this inside you as well. So he was rectifying him as well. Okay, he wasn't a prophet right now already, lekin he was giving him and he was telling him off as well. Okay, but you need to sort yourself out. Okay, but all the time why are you always arguing with people? सबसे किसी क्यों झगड़ रहा है? But at the same time, वो जो इसराइली जो फिरौनी था, he was the one who was doing wrong. वो जालिम वही था. So then what did Musa alayhi salam do? Again, he went to help him. So he says, فَلَمَّا أَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يَبْطِشَ بِالَّذِي هُوَ عَدُوٌّ لَهُمَا. So when Musa alayhi salam intended to grab the one who was an enemy of both of them, yani that Fir'auni. So for example, वो दोनों सामने थे, Musa alayhi salam यहाँ थे, and that person called him. And then he first told him off, إِنَّكَ لَغَوِيٌّ مُبِينٌ. Why are you doing all this arguing all the time? And then he went to grab the other one. अब वो इसराइली समझा कि he's going to come to grab me. कल तो he just punched someone and he killed him with one punch. He's probably going to do this to me. तो वो घबरा गया. And what did he say? قال يا موسى أتريد أن تقتلني كما قتلت نفسا بالأمس. कि ओ मूसा, do you wish to kill me like you killed someone yesterday? तो फिर वो दूसरा वो हाथ था, तो समझ में आ गया? He says, यानी वो इसराइली ने कहा कि ए मूसा, क्या तू चाहता है कि तू मुझे कत्ल कर दे जैसे कि तूने एक जान को कत्ल कर दिया था गुज़िश्ता कल? तो अब इस इन तुरीदु इल्ला अन तकून जब्बारन फिल अर्द, कि you do not intend except that you become a tyrant in the land. वमा तुरीदु अन तकून मिनल मुस्लिहीन, and you do not want to be from the peacemakers. ये तो उसका कहना था. ज़ाहिर मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम was from the peacemaking and that's what he was doing. लेकिन it's possible कि अगर से वो बनी इसराइल का, he was also a kafir. That's also possible as well. जो भी हो, he had some bad traits, that person was, we can understand. And the point is, by him saying this, वो दूसरे को पता चल गया कि भाई, and obviously it became the talk of the town कि भाई someone was killed, who killed him? So वो फिर गया जल्दी से, and he informed फिरौन या किसी से, पुलिस या किसी से उसने कह दिया. And then what happens next is, he says कि وَجَاءَ رَجُلٌ مِّنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ يَسْعَى. Then a person came from the far end of the city running. قال يا موسى إن الملأ يأتمرون بك ليقتلوك فاخرج إني لك من الناصحين. कि O Musa, surely the chiefs are making plans regarding you so that they kill you. So you leave the city, and surely I am from your well-wishers. कि जो बड़े लोग थे, they're making plans, वो आपस के अंदर वो they're making plans to kill you. तुम्हें कत्ल करने के लिए वो तदबीरें कर रहे हैं. तो तू निकल जा यहाँ इस शहर से, मैं तुम्हारी खैर खाई करने वाला हूँ. अब दिस पर्सन, अल्लाह ताला ने जिक्र तो नहीं किया who this person is, but it's possible कि he was also from the people of Fir'aun. Now this is possible, और आजकल भी this is you can see this, and even in Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's time as well we see this, that sometimes from the people of the enemy they help Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Like for example, or the mushrikeen, even from them there were people from the mushrikeen who helped Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. जैसे कि अबू तालिब के बारे में जानते भी, he was a mushrik, लेकिन he was one of the most helpful people to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, especially in Makkah. So this is also possible. Or it's possible that he was someone from Bani Israel who was working, who was in the palace, maybe he was a slave or something, तो उसको पता चल गया, उसने वो सुन लिया, तो फिर वो भागते हुए आया मूसा अलैहि सलाम के पास कि भाई तू निकल जा यहाँ से, they're making plans to kill you. तो लिहाजा मूसा से निकल गए. فخرج منها خائفا يترقب, so he left from the city fearful and watchful. قال رب نجني من القوم الظالمين, and he said, oh my Lord, save me from the oppressive people. तो फिर वहाँ से फिर वो निकल गए और आगे फिर वो उनका किस्सा आगे चलता है. So this was an incident which happened with Musa alayhi salam. So he was, you could say he was he became a wanted criminal, and he eventually then became an immigrant as well. तो मूसा अलैहि सलाम का बस उनका किस्सा भी ऐसा ही है. तो आगे अल्लाह ताला फिर उसका जिक्र करते हैं कि भाई what happened then, अल्लाह ताला made this the means of him receiving prophethood, बल्कि even him getting married, this became the means of him getting married as well, जैसे कि आगे इंशाल्लाह आएगा. So यहाँ पर also यहाँ पर like I said before as well कि ये जो सूरत था, it was revealed in Makkah. और जो मक्का के अंदर जो नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की जो ज़िंदगी थी, मुसलमानों की ज़िंदगी, they were very मगलूब, they were मज़लूम. तो उस पर उनको भी तसल्ली देना था कि भाई look and give them some इत्मीनान कि भाई जैसे कि मूसा अलैहि सलाम had a very similar situation to you as well, and Allah Ta'ala was giving नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम an इशारा कि just the same way Musa अलैहि सलाम had to leave his city, soon you will also be forced to leave your city as well. तो उनके अंदर भी इस एक लतीफ़ इशारा है इस बात की तरफ as well. तो अल्लाह ताला हम सबको उसको समझने की और अमल करने की तौफीक नसीब फरमाए. सुभान रब्बिक रब्बिल इज़्ज़ति अम्मा यसिफून व सलामुन अलल मुरसलीन.